Because first of all, up until a while, I thought having a day off was you being lazy. And that's me unlearning things from my childhood. But boy, I thought me sitting on my couch watching a show was blasphemous. I thought me sitting down and relaxing was a luxury when this needs to be a necessity, especially in us hard-working people. You need some time to refresh and get yourself together and relax and be able to sit down in the fruits of your labor, because you put that time in and you deserve something back. And for me, working, especially for somebody else, when I know that I can go out here and I learned the system, and I was mad because nobody gave me the cheat code on being a mom and working at your child's school, but we gonna get to that because I got another passage. It said, I have always been a hard worker. A few years ago, I realized I was working hard but not taking time to enjoy what I was doing. I made a decision to include enjoyment in my life. I no longer just do work. I enjoy it. And I enjoy the sense of my accomplishments. What a word. Now, mind you, the Bible that I have has different excerpts in it. So she, hold on, let me tell you which Joyce Meyer. I love her books, by the way, if you want to get me a book. But she writes her own little excerpts and passages in as it pertains to the verses. So that was something that was like, whew. So, because I knew this wasn't just going to be a short story, so maybe I should do 2 parts of it. But I want to start getting to my vlogging next week, so I need to just finish this out. So long story short, after becoming a minimalist, after praying my way, after God preparing me and me not even knowing, who was I talking to? No. So, me being a mom that I was, and again, people didn't start understanding that when this shift in me happened, and I went from taking everybody's hours to giving all my hours away because the anxiety of the place was killing me. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The anxiety of this place was bringing me down. So, I started giving away all my hours. People like, oh, you must be rich. No, I stopped making it about money, and I started making it about my experiences in my life with my child. And for that, I was at her school all the time. Trip there. Volunteer, first mom there. I joined the home and school council. I was just everywhere all the time and in their face. So they're like, oh, why don't you come volunteer more? So I'm like, okay, now this is God again, because like I said, I prayed the whole summer. School came back, and they're like, oh, why don't you volunteer more? And I'm like, they're like, are you back to working, And I'm like, no, but are you guys hiring? Now, mind you, this never even came a thought in my mind. Mind you, the school that she goes to, there are women working there from when I was there, and I went to school with their children, and they started working there because their children were there, and that's what they started to do. But I just started to think like, okay, they were stay-at-home moms, and their dynamic was different than mine. But God had something else for me, because he was like, sis, stop sleeping on you. So they like, ask the principal and see if, we are hiring, because I know we need more hands on deck. So I'm like, okay. So I go to him. He like, what? You want to? Come on. So he like, do this. So I started the process, and boy, was it a process. Again, only by God. That process itself was only by God. And if you know, you know. Because I've talked to some people about the process. But it wasn't even a process that was like, oh, this job is so serious as far as like the process it was with working for the government. It just was a process that God was like putting me through some things to get to where he wanted me to be. And I'm not mad at him, because ultimately I am now a registered business owner. I registered my business and I got the job. And with doing that, I'm going to be working part-time in a place that I already was. God put me there for me to, I walk in, I know everybody already. I walk in and it was just it just was normal because I was there already and I just didn't know. And that's why I said, why didn't anybody ever give me the cheat code? Because if I would have knew, then I would have. But you know what, I'm not even mad because everything happens in God's time and not mine. So I am now, like I said, a business owner. I work part-time at my daughter's school, and it wasn't a financial move for me. That's what I have to tell a lot of people. A lot of people make it financially. Like, it has to be like it has to make sense financially. But guess what? As long as God is with me and God is in it, the financial part will come. My journey was strictly and purely to be happy. Be happy with me. Be happy with my situation. Be happy in the things that I'm doing. And guess what? With me vlogging now, y'all gonna catch me sometimes with the glasses on because this journey is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be crying some days. I'm going to be happy as hell some days. But guess what? It's going to be on God's terms and my terms. I don't have to answer to anybody. I don't have to get in trouble because I'm having an anxiety attack. I don't have to get in trouble or answer to anybody because I have to miss a day of work. I mean, granted, the job that I have now, which is, like I said, it's not for financial reasons. It's literally because I love the kids and I love everything surrounding the stuff that goes on with kids and in the environment and everything. It just serves me. It helps me help my business grow. It just helps me. And I was already there, so why not be paid for something that I'm doing? But it's not a bunch of money. And if you know any teachers or people that works in school, you know that it's not a bunch of money. It's more service than it is finance. But I'm happy where I am. And the entrepreneur journey is just begun for me. So I know everybody doesn't believe, but I just want you guys to pray for me in my journey and continue to watch me during my journey. Leaving a job is not easy. I had separation anxiety because, again, I grew with this place. This is what I knew. This is where I went. No matter if I was happy, sad, mad, sick, depressed, anxious, this is a place that I went to and I was there all, like, this was a constant in my life. And I have an issue with breaking constants. So this was a constant in my life, and it was very hard. But I just say, if you feel it in your heart and you know and you trust in your process, bet on yourself. Do what you have to do to continue your journey. And some people, like I'm doing, I'm working part-time at a place where I'm still allowed to serve my business and serve myself and serve my child. Here come the glasses. I'm going to leave y'all with the confirmation that I got. Number one, like I spoke on before earlier, when I spoke on how much gas it took. I know people don't, probably think, but like I said, I became a minimalist. So every little thing adds up. Every little thing counts. So number one, confirmation. I used to fill up my tank every week driving 45 minutes. I broke down in the process of me doing this new job and me wanting to quit. And I always said I wanted to quit by the end of 2019. So I was driving back from working, already annoyed, driving back from work, and it just got more stressful and more stressful and more stressful. Stressful in my home, stressful in my family. It just got more stressful on me and my life. And I couldn't do it anymore. So the confirmation I got was I was driving home and I was driving to get my child and my freaking car broke down in the process. Now, mind you, this commute was like an hour with traffic. I'm like, God, I can't keep doing this, God. I cannot keep doing this. He said, be patient. I think that next week they called me. I got the job. Again, let's not focus on finance. and me leaving a good paying job to go to a service and gratitude job, because that's what it is for me. And I just trust me enough, and I trust God enough to know that my business will grow in the time that it needs to grow in, and that I won't be worried about the finance part. But another confirmation was I got the job after the car situation happened, and I came and I was so excited, and I couldn't wait to tell my daughter. And when I say, I told her, and she just broke down crying. And I didn't understand. But little did I know the stress and anxiety that I was going through. Your kids go through the same things you are unknowingly. She was just as tired as I was in the process, because I know, and I'm a different kind of mom, you'll see, because I relate to my child on a different level, because I was that child, so I know how she may have felt about, oh, you just gotta just go. This person will pick you up. This person will pick you up, and this person, and they're gonna take you here. And it was just a lot on both of us. And she was just so happy that, of course, I'm gonna be in her school. But she was just so relieved and so happy that we got our weekends back. We got our holidays back. I don't have to worry about answering to anybody because I want to take a holiday off, or the whole summer I have off now. It was just so much confirmation. And even in that confirmation, it was still hard for me because the separation anxiety, and because it was a constant for so long. And I feel like when God gives you certain blessings, sometimes you can't even believe it. And I couldn't believe it. So I did it. I put my 2 weeks in, and I didn't want to make it a big thing, so I didn't tell a lot of people. So you'll see and you'll understand. But I just didn't want to make it a big thing. And as I left and I put up the posters of my business, I walked down this hallway and I got confirmation. And I'll put what I saw at the end of this video. And it was just so much confirmation. And I'm just ready to start this journey. And I'm going to be vlogging and telling everything throughout my journey right here on my YouTube. So please stay tuned, and thank you for watching. Subscribe, and also follow my Instagrams down here. I have my business Instagram as well as my women empowerment Instagram. And it's just about self-care and taking care of yourself and living your life. And you'll see me doing as such. Peace. See you guys later.